Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Monday Manifest. I don't know why I've kind of done this, but basically, it's more of a rule for myself. But I was like, I won't talk about games until I finish them. But the problem with that is that sometimes these games take a really long time to finish, like Sea of Stars, which wouldn't take so long if I was just playing it on my own. But since I'm recording it, I only record two, maybe three sessions a day when I do record, and I don't record every single day. Like YouTube is not my main source of income. If it was, then yeah, sure, I could justify spending a lot more time doing recordings and stuff. But right now it's more like just do enough to keep a good buffer and yeah, keep going from there. Also, once I finish Sea of Stars, I'm definitely going to play through Claire Obscure Expedition 33, as I did watch one of my friends like start it, and it's really good. It's I've only seen about probably 30 minutes of it, so it's not like I'm like spoiled. But I know at least like I got what I needed out of it, which was to see what the gameplay was like. Because honestly, like I want to make sure I don't want to. I don't think there's been too many games that I've not finished, but I prefer completing games. I don't really like half-assing games, basically. Also, sorry, I'm turning on one of the lights. It's a little bit too dark in here. There we go. But well, that doesn't make a huge difference, but the frame rate can get kind of bad on the camera if the light's a little too low. But yeah. So yeah, Sea of Stars is going. I actually did a recording of Dragon Quest Builders, the first one that I've done in over a year. Like I've had these videos in YouTube for a while now, and now I'm like, I need to finish. We're gonna finish this. So it's gonna be Sea of Stars and Dragon Quest Builders until one of those two finishes, and then whatever finishes first will get Claire Obscure. I'll start the playthrough for that, and that'll go, and then I guess whatever else from there. There's like Oblivion Remastered is on here, but that game also taxes the hell out of my PC. Like it's pretty bad. I mean, I'm running a 3060 Ti, which means like it runs fine, but it's still a 3060. It's, we're a little bit behind. So at some point I need to upgrade, but for now things are fine. But anyway, that just brings us, sorry, I just like talked in circles. So basically, I want to talk about Sea of Stars because I am very, very much enjoying the game, and I feel like I think when I talked to my friend Des, who has already, I think they finished the game, but there's like an extra dungeon and like super boss or secret boss to truly finish the game. And I think they said I was about halfway, and I'm like, okay, nice. And so I think it's a good time to talk about it, because it's not like I'm going to talk about story stuff. I just want to talk about the game itself. Basically, of the gameplay of Sea of Stars is kind of like a mix between Chrono Trigger and Super Mario RPG, or Paper Mario if that's more your speed. Basically, it's still a turn-based RPG, but also it has the action command type thing that you'd see in the Mario RPG series, where you do extra damage if you hit a button while hitting an enemy or while doing skills, or you'll reduce damage taken if you defend at specific times by the same button press, like stuff like that. And it's very intuitive, and the gameplay loop of fighting is great. Because here, this is without spoiling anything, but basically, as you're fighting, like, you really don't have a lot of MP. You have very little MP, even at the point in the game I'm in where every time I level up and I can give myself more MP, I have less than like 30 points. And I'm like almost level 20. So it's all about balancing using MP for skills and then attacking enemies to regain that MP. And you do get accessories and things that make it so it's easier for you to get MP, or you get MP back by successfully defending it against an attack. So it's really not like you're not screwed if you're out of MP. It's just kind of inconvenient, but you can get it back pretty quick. And plus, there's food items that you can get to to heal that. Although I'm very bad at healing with food because I prefer relying on just using skills and all that and attacking. It's just one of those like RPG brain things where you get items and you're like, I don't want to use them unless I absolutely have to, because maybe there'll be a point where I need them. And then later on, I just end up selling a lot of the food because certain accessories are really, really expensive, but also very worth it. And that's the other thing. Like the gameplay is great. The flow is great, and there's a lot of quality of life enhancements. There's basically these in-game like, I wouldn't even call them, I guess they're more like party accessories called relics. And you can turn these on and off. And there's one that like, one of the ones that I have on is one that heals you to full whenever you level up. And you really don't level up that often anyway, but most RPGs do that. So I was like, that's fine. You can also turn on another one that heals you to full after every single encounter. So you just never have to worry about running out of MP or being low on HP before the next fight. That one I didn't turn on because I thought that would make it a little too easy. But then there's also another one that makes it so enemies hit harder, you don't hit as hard, and it's a little bit harder to like do the defensive and attack actions. So there's quality of life stuff both ways. If you want a more challenging experience, you can do that. If you want it easier, you can also do that. But it's 100% like your choice. Like you can turn these things on and off anytime that you're not in battle, you know, or in a cutscene or whatever. So there's just there's a lot of really good stuff. Like that quality of life stuff is great. The pixel graphics are great. There are animated cutscenes that look good too, like in their own style. And I had no idea that this game was a Kickstarter. Like I never know half the time what's what because I'm very bad at paying attention. But definitely like they also honor all of their Kickstarters people. And it's great. Like you can definitely tell a lot of passion was put into the game, and it's been a lot of fun going through, meeting other characters, doing other things, learning skills, doing puzzles. There's lots of puzzles. And just like kind of opening up more and more stuff as you go. And it's been a lot of fun. Like Sea of Stars has been great. So honestly, I'd highly recommend if you have Game Pass, it's on Game Pass. Give it a try if you like old school RPGs. And even like newer stuff, because it's a nice like mix of older and modern mechanics, honestly. Like it's been just a joy to go through. And the only reason why I haven't finished it is because, like I said, I'm not playing it on my own time where I could just kind of like play until I finish it. I'm metering it out so I can, you know, make videos and stuff like that. And I don't really like recording like too long each day because, I mean, I already do work. And the last thing I want to do is make playing the game feel like work. So that's why it's like I play a bit and I record a bit, and then I go back, I play Stardew Valley or Fallout 76 for my dailies and do other stuff. And then the next day I play a little bit more Sea of Stars and we see where we're ending up. Although I guess it works out because now that I need to play more Dragon Quest Builders, I can just kind of like one day do Dragon Quest, the other day do Sea of Stars. And then it's a nice little mix. So I never feel like I'm playing too much of one or the other. Yeah, like definitely, like I said, if you have Game Pass, or even I don't even know how much the game is. I feel like it's really not that expensive on Steam or anything. Like really highly recommended. Like it's a great RPG. And yeah, my friend like loved it and kept heaping praise upon it. And so when it came out on Game Pass, I was like, I should probably actually play this, because the last time something like that happened, Dragon Quest XI was on Game Pass, and I downloaded it and I sat on it for like a year, and I didn't play it because I heard it was very, very long. And then unfortunately, the week before it came off Game Pass, I was notified. I was like, I just got to do this. And then I burnt myself out on Dragon Quest XI. Thankfully, I haven't had to do that with Sea of Stars. And even then, I don't think I'd burn it. Dragon Quest XI is great, and I already talked about it, but it's also incredibly long. It's just a very long game. And there's so much to do. Thankfully, Sea of Stars it's I mean, you get to a world map segment at a certain point where you can go around and explore stuff, but it really never feels like overwhelming. Like you still have a very clear goal and you can just kind of do side stuff a little bit and then go back to the goal like right after picking some stuff up or fighting certain things or finding a fishing hole somewhere. Like just it doesn't feel like a chore basically to get through. And I'm sorry, but like the third act of Dragon Quest XI started to feel a bit like a chore because everything just scaled in power so much that you really had to grind or work on your equipment or do a lot of things to keep up. Thankfully, not so. And even like getting equipment, I think there's been only one time, maybe another time where I had to like kind of grind for money or sell a bunch of stuff off in Sea of Stars. And some of the stuff is just very optional. Like there was no need for me to get it, but I was like, I kind of want it. But level ups, like you level up pretty much once per area, maybe like there's really no reason to grind because you're always going to be strong enough to take care of whatever you encounter. Like really the only thing that could cause a lot of issues is if you're very, very bad at the system of attacking and defending, because it really makes quite a bit of a difference in damage output and also damage taken. So thankfully there are relics that make it much easier to see when you should, and there's always like an on-screen indicator it shows a little check mark if you do it right or do it wrong. I currently have a thing where it basically shoots a little star-shaped flare out of me every time I do it right and makes like a ping. So I know I'm like, okay, I'm getting this. And technically I could just do that, until I figured it out and then turn it off. But I've gotten so used to hearing the noise. I'm like, this is just a part of the game now. It's fine. But yeah, Sea of Stars, fantastic game. My God, it's only been 12 minutes. I always feel like I ramble on, but I'm not like saying any story stuff. Like there's definitely been some twists and turns and things already that I've run into that I was just like, I was not expecting that. And it's been a lot of fun. It's been a great game. And it's such like a nice, like, kind of throwback and homage to older stuff that I've played. Like I said, with newer sensibilities built in or things that you can turn on or off to make the experience easier or harder to adjust to like whatever your specific taste is. So yeah, Sea of Stars, fantastic game. Aside from that, everything's been pretty good here. As you can see, everything looks the same. I really need to put my bike doesn't really matter if it's over there, but I need to move some of that other stuff around and get it put away. And I still haven't put posters on the walls because I don't have any like, what I'm trying to get is a bunch of command Velcro strips. Because those worked fairly well in the last place where, you just put one strip on the wall, the other on the back side of like whatever poster you have and shove it up. I did have to use like 2 to 3 on some of the really big posters because they'd be fine for a while, but eventually they'd just kind of plop off the wall. I guess because they were a little bit above the recommended weight for the command strips. But yeah, I mean, other than that, everything's basically set up. Like I said, I started up streaming a few days ago, and I've been playing a Agatha Christie Poirot game. Wait, not a Poirot. Sorry, I screwed up again. It's not Poirot. I'm so used to saying Agatha Christie and Poirot because I've watched like 99% of the series now, and I've played so many of the games that in my mind they are just one unit. But Agatha Christie has made a lot of different mysteries not involving Poirot, and the one I'm playing doesn't involve Poirot, and it's a Wii game, and I'm emulating it. So there's been a lot of issues because I have Wii controllers, but I don't. My PC I thought it had a Wi-Fi Bluetooth card. It's just Wi-Fi though. I really need to like swap it out because if I had a Bluetooth card, I could just use my Wiimote, and that would like save me a lot of headache. So I probably should invest in that. But right now I'm just using a keyboard, and I have to use like shortcuts on the keyboard to do certain things, like act like the Wiimote's being like twisted or tilted. And it took me a while to figure out how to even open a door. And then there's been a couple other puzzles that were a chore. It took me like 10 minutes to use a water pump because not only did you have to figure out how to pump the water, I I don't actually know how I did it. I just kind of hit keys until it worked, but you had to pump it like 5 or 6 times. So every time I'm like, I don't remember how I did that, so we're just gonna try to emulate it. But that was fun, and yeah, we'll probably do more like random stuff like that because there's another Agatha Christie Wii title that I want to play, and so maybe I'll see. Maybe I'll just get like a Bluetooth dongle. I don't know. I'd rather have it integrated with the Wi-Fi though, just so I don't have a USB like slot taken up. Plus, I thought I had a Bluetooth dongle, but maybe got rid of it. I don't know. We'll see. I'll figure it out. But anyway, yeah. Aside from like regular stuff, like working plenty and not having to worry about moving stuff and keeping the apartment clean and trying to figure out where to put my amiibos and other stuff until I get like a bookshelf. It's been all right. It's slowly tidying up and getting it exactly where I want it to be. But yeah, so it's been a pretty good week so far. I hope everybody else has had a great week, and I hope that the rest of your week goes fantastically. Like I said, we'll just be it'll be Sea of Stars Dragon Quest builders until one of those ends, and then I'll start on Claire Obscure, and we'll see how we can do on there. Like I said, I would do Oblivion Remastered, but I don't think my computer would like me trying to play it. And I definitely, oh man, like just trying to play it and stream it went really badly. I think because it was like loading shaders for the first like couple of minutes, but like my frame rate was terrible for a while, and then it just evened out, and I was like, I don't know what happened, but I don't want it to happen again. So, but yes, TLDR, Sea of Stars, very good. Has a lot of homages to older RPGs and melds a lot of the systems that you may have loved from those older RPGs. Like I said, if you like Chrono Trigger and or Super Mario RPG, and you like a nice story and cool characters and designs and things, then play Sea of Stars. It's free as a part of Xbox Game Pass, and it's probably like not that expensive on other things. So give it a look. Or you could always just watch the videos that I have and see if you like the way things are or not, and then you can play it. Or you can just watch everything I do and like and comment and subscribe so that the algorithm enjoys things more. Anyways, I already said that spiel now, so I can just say, have a great week, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, just keep being amazing.